So I've had a very good day. I'm back in London, and yeah, I went to a Maroon 5 concert, which is I haven't gone to many concerts. I feel like the idea of going to concerts, or the idea of paying to go to a concert by myself, knowing that the singers probably know about me and have just been ignoring me for 10 years whilst writing songs, whilst having an amazing career, versus me doing, I don't like going to concerts because I feel like they should be inviting me to their concerts. They should be like, hey, do you want to come to my concert? Here's free tickets. That's what they should be like. And because they're not, I feel like I've been boycotting them for a reason. But yeah, I have. I did go to the Gaga one because I kind of wanted to show her support. Um, um, but and I also wanted to find out if she was actually a real person because I was listening to so many songs and it almost felt like my memory is really, really bad. But when it comes to songs, I seem to have like such a good memory when it comes to the words and stuff. It's almost like I've heard these songs, you know, on a different timeline, in a different planet, along maybe many, many different timelines. And so it on one hand, it feels like the internet has just managed to get hold of like some intergalactic data, and it's just feeding all these things through, and then I'm just like, are these people actually on Earth and stuff? Because I've never met these people, and I don't follow a lot of them as well. Like there's a lot of singers on my angel list, and the majority of the time you know, music seems to drive me crazy if I listen to it too much. So I try to avoid listening to it. But even if there's songs that I've barely heard, for some reason I seem to know the words off by heart to a lot of them, or I don't know them off by heart if the music stopped, but if the music's playing, then I can usually work out what the next line is, which is very bizarre because as soon as you turn it off, if you ask me to finish the sentence, I wouldn't have a clue. But if you turn the music back on, it's like, oh yeah, I do know them. It's this very specific, which is why I call it schizoamnesia, because it's like a memory that's just all over the place. I can hear Mum's got the TV on. But yeah, so the Maroon 5 concert was horrible start because it didn't start. It didn't start for ages. It said 7 o'clock on the ticket. Okay, I didn't think it would be till 7:30, and it did take me half. I got there at 7 o'clock, but it took me ages to try and get the ticket. I bought through I paid over double what the ticket was worth. I knew that I did that, but I didn't see any other way of getting the ticket. Like I looked on Google and there didn't seem to be any other options. But it turned out that if you actually go to the venue website, you'll actually. I didn't know that stupidity can be very expensive, and if you're not used to buying tickets, you don't really know the best places to buy them. But yes, next time I go to a concert or want to go to a concert, I will always check out the venue website first to see if they do have any regular price tickets. But anyway, it's a little bit annoying knowing that for the same price that I paid, I probably could have sat like really close. But on the other hand, it feels like because I knew that he couldn't see me, it made me kind of want him to see me more. And like I didn't really care where I was. Like I didn't mind being at the back or at the front. I just didn't mind. But yeah, after experiencing being in the back, I feel like it's actually made me want to be closer to him. I have done the Gaga concert a long time ago, and not only was I at the back at the top, I was also like on the other side of the stage, and Gaga just looked like a dot. There wasn't any big screens or anything, and yeah, I didn't actually know if it was even her because I was so far away. Like if you're on the stage and you look to the furthest point back, you can't see anything. The people just look like dots, and so I would never sit back there. I think I'd rather not go to a concert than have to sit back there. But where I was sitting, I had a really good clear view of the stage, and you could see the audience as well. And I like seeing the audience because I feel like that's what the singer would be able to see, and it was nice. I liked the seat that I was because okay, I wasn't very close, but I got to see the audience and the stage. But yeah, he couldn't see me because I think there wasn't much lighting where I was, and it was supposed to be row P, but it turns out that P was actually like one of the last rows. But anyway, it's fine. It was a very good concert. but throughout the majority of it, I kept thinking, yeah, the blue one was better. The blue concert was better. I went to the blue a few months ago, and I liked how they had like three acts at the beginning, and one of them was Bewitched, and I haven't really talked about Bewitched, but I do know almost I know the words to almost all their songs, and there was a couple of new songs. But yeah, I recognize that there were new songs because like I don't recognize this song, and then they said afterwards there were new ones, and so I was like, yeah. But I liked that because I felt like it was more organized. You know, they had act after act after act, and then the blue band, and it was a lot smaller as well, so there was less people, but it took up like half the stadium of what this took up. Yeah, this song was very good, but I feel like um, it only got better in the last 20 minutes. I have to admit that the She Will Be Loved song that really was a changer for me. When I heard that song, I think he did that really well, and you know, there's a lot of love in his songs, and I feel like I've named him like the angel of my lovers, but technically it's lovers who hate me, or because I've listened to his. It's not his songs that are all flawed. It's his music videos. I feel like I can't remember how I analyzed them, but there was a lot of um, weird messaging in his music videos that kind of indicated that he didn't really like me, or whatever. I don't really know. I can't remember what I've said about his songs, but I know the energy that he gave off kind of reminded me of Jason, actually. There's this guy that I dated, the only guy that I've ever dated. I do really like him. I would guess I'd call him a bit of rough, but he had character, and okay, the good side was that I liked him, but the bad side that he was an alcoholic and had kind of low self-esteem at times and stuff. But yeah, some of his songs reminded me of Jason, and I don't know, you know, I don't know the Maroon 5 guy, but I feel like there is a lot of love within the songs, and there's also a few drunken messages, and there's a mixture of messages, but yeah, I like his songs and I like his energy, and I feel like that concert has made me want to get to know him more. But yeah, I don't know what else to say other than yeah, I really did I liked the last 20 minutes more than the beginning part, but um, anyway, there was a 2 hour wait at the beginning. At the beginning, there was unlike the Blue concert, there was one act who I'd never heard of, and then there was like an hour wait to get to that act, and then that act was like 15-20 minutes, and then there was another half an hour of just, is this actually starting? Like it was almost like they were going to cancel the show or something. It's like, where is he? Why is no one playing? So I felt like that ruined it a little bit. And then I felt like the whole first act, okay, I did enjoy it, but I was still a bit like, you just made me wait 2 hours for this. You know, you shouldn't say on a ticket it starts at 7 if it's not going to, if the main act's not going to start till like 9:15. That's quite a big gap. But yeah, as the show got on, it got better and better, and then at the end I was like, okay, yeah, okay, it was worth the 2 hour wait. But anyway.